can hear you, bro.
I can't hear you, bro.
I can hear you. Hold on.
You can hear me?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new priesthood in the town. That's right. And they go by the name of Minister Ju from the Chi-Town. And he got a partner by the name of Noble Anpu from Dayton, Ohio. Now, this is some Midwest player shit, because Chicago was home to Magic Don Juan, home in the pimpin'. And Dayton, Ohio was home of the Ohio players. It's about to get funky. It's the new minister in Chi-Town. Come on with that Bible, man. Come on with it.
And he put that Bible down.
That nigga Ju be teaching his ass off, man. These niggas ain't fucking around. Nah, not at all.
They teach and shake the ground.
Here comes some musical history, baby. Hey, shout out to Dr. Dre for making that sound real famous, man. And salute to Snoop Dogg for saying that Long Beach in LA was inspired by Dayton, Ohio, and the Ohio players and Roger Troutman, because we gave the world this funky sound, the funky worm, coming straight out of Dayton, Ohio, the Gym City, baby. Hey, Noble Anpu, why don't you come on through with your brother Minister Ju, man?
He got the Bible in his hand.
He ain't preaching, he teaching.
He got the Bible in his hand, telling the truth.
Hey, man, he got this thing called the Positron Pass, where he'll change your memory from the bad memories to the good memories, so you don't have no more trauma. Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, it's Finger Funkalicious coming on in. And we use the Bible that way, it sound real delicious. Now listen up. I done seen Minister Ju. He be inspired by Jesus the Christ and created something called the wishing well. And you gotta understand when Christ is in you, because that's what the story say. Christ is in you. So you gotta go down to the well, and when you start doing this, money start coming in your life. Now, I ain't gonna give you the precise technique. You gotta go over to theimaginationguru.com. Oh yeah, that's where you gotta go. To theimaginationguru.com.
Get on going. Get on going.
It's Finger Funkalicious signing on out. It's a new minister. Oh, we winning, baby. And we winning, sir. Ain't no more trauma. It's a new minister. Oh, we getting to the money. And we winning, sir. We call him Jupiter. It's a new minister. Jupiter Ju, Big Ju. And we winning, sir. Produced by his partner, Noble Anpu, a.k.a. Mr. Finger Funkalicious, the Ohio player, Mr. Aquaman. And guess what, mother sucker? We out.
Oh, what up, man? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, fam.
You can't hear me?
Hold on, let me see some.
You did something last time when that happened.
Hold on, let me see some. Hold on. Let me see some.
What's up, y'all in the chat? What's happening? Can y'all hear me? What y'all know about Mr. Finger Funkalicious? I see you, Kimberly. What you say? You in Columbus, Ohio? You in the CO?
Okay, Noble. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. All right. What's going on, party people? What's happening? You can hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah, it was on my computer, bro. That was my bad.
Yeah. Adio the Phoenix said that's a banger. Okay. What's up, Loso Boss? El Boki in the building. What's happening? What's going on, man? And the case said love the music. Emmanuel then weighed in from Florida. What's happening? Cash Flow K in the building. What's going on? Fifth House cracking up at us. Finger Funkalicious. So Criminal 10124. What's happening, everybody? Miss Gemini said Anpu. Wow, man. Hey, that was just a little. That's my funk. It's my funk ego coming in. What's up, Prime Minister? What's happening, man?
What's good, man?
Oh man, you know, man.
You damn right I do.
You know, I'm getting text messages. This is inspired. Tonight's conversation is inspired. It all started with my sister. My sister texted me, and she like, Bub. You know, she called me Bub. Bub, you behind a house with a bunker? I said no. I said, but you can. That's great preparation if that's what you believe in. You can for sure. You know what I mean? And she like, well, how will people get to me? I said, well, I think they can drive to you. I would hope, in a sense, right? So then I was on the phone. In fact, I was on the phone when she actually sent me that text message, and I was talking out loud, and person I was on the phone with, they was like, oh, they must have saw the movie Leave the World Behind. Now, that same day or the day before, we had book club meeting, and it was Tech Sister. Tech Sister was like, man, I watched the day, Leave the World Behind. I shouldn't have watched it. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. So that happened first, then my sister, then the reinforcement. So it was like 3 times within the 24-hour period that I'm hearing this, and I go look it up, and I'm like, I'm not watching it. And so then I had to report to the Prime Minister, Minister Ju, and whatnot. You want me to give him the preface, man, and soften this up a little bit here?
You can.
Listen, man, tonight's conversation is really done out of, honestly, love, concern. And if you rock with us, like you really rock with us, especially if you've been rocking with us for years, then you already know there's certain conversations and certain, most importantly, observations that is a no. And I said it before last time I was a guest over here was, you just can't believe in the power of the mind, and observation creates reality, and then you go engage your senses for over an hour and some change on a desired state that you do not, thinking that you do not want to unfold upon yourself, okay? And so if you rock with us, we're going to start policing the little community out here and start policing and seeing around. And if I know you rock with us and you over there, it is absolutely your duty to interject which from these teachings. I'm going to say it again. This becomes your duty. So in other words, if a person is telling you, get your canned goods, get ready because the price of gasoline is going up and we about to go into a losing state, because that's what they're basically telling you. See, though, we just came out of book club study just right now, literally. I'm like, I had to cut my man Lamar off, like, yo, bro, sorry, bro, we got to get out of here. We got another show, And it teaches us that, the universe is constantly expanding. And I always say your wisdom teeth is coming in, so you're trying to expand as well. We're in the process of evolution. So the universe by nature is expanding. So when a person tells you to pack up your canned goods, get generators, and buckle down, they're telling you to restrict, and there's about to be a losing state that you're about to be in, right? And so that's totally anti what our design of nature really is, okay? And so if you see that and you are this school over here, then it is your duty and responsibility to be like, nah, boo, if it's a woman, if it's a man, nah, bro, hey, listen, that's a possibility, but what we need to do is we need to create the imagery that everything is going to be all right. In fact, we're going to create imagery that everything is going to be prosperous. Irregardless to what the news say, we're going to create a different story. I'm going to say it one more time. It is your responsibility. If you're over there listening to, watching some anti-stuff that puts people in a state of regression, you are to interject the positive. Okay? Failure to do that, and you co-signing some stuff, gonna start coming to get you and call you. Okay? And again, it's out of love, because the war, the war is about principalities. It's about the mind, right? And isn't it interesting that, they always want to put you in a state of fear? Well, if they always want to put you in a state of fear, then why are you telling people get in your bunker? If that's what they want to do, you're supposed to be combating that, okay? So it's out of love. I'm going to show y'all something really, really fast, all right? Listen, Proverbs 10:22, because the Bible got some money jewels in it, right? The blessing of the Lord brings wealth, okay? Diligent hands bring wealth. Good people leave an inheritance to their children's children, one translation says. And that was the one that really got me going. Proverbs 13:22. That's what made me create the Family Wealth Club, because I was like, oh, if you're saying I don't do this and go 2 generations deep, not 1, 2 generations deep, I'm not a good person. Okay, very well noted, sir. Thank you. Right? And so we come from a school of the fall of America. This was written in 1973. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 50 years later and America has not fallen. Oh, I wouldn't dare say that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was wrong. Let me show you something, because I'm see, one, I can speak on this because I'm fruit. So I can speak on this. All right. So if you really start looking, if you can look real closely inside of this, what we want, if you go to point like number 3, we want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the most civilized in society. Whoa! This ain't got nothing to do with a separate nation, a state within the nation. But that's a whole nother conversation. A whole nother conversation, because I'm telling you, these cats, most of them don't study. They don't study, okay? So anyway, while you thinking and got an ill perception of America and all this stuff that's supposed to be happening, this is today's news, Ju. Today, Dow Jones surges to a new record as Fed signals 3 rate cuts coming in 2024, which mean the cost of money in your credit card bills that you only pay the minimum on is about to go down next year.
That's right.
Okay, that don't sound like no doom to me. But the point is, don't mean that can't nothing happen. But the point is the reality of economics, which is important. And by the way, let me tell you something. You got to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards. They're going to be your top 3 for you to go get the things that you need to go live off the grid. And they're going to require money, because as a real estate investor, I'm in all these stores and they don't accept crypto.
No.
Just to be honest with you.
No.
They don't accept crypto.
No.
Okay. You're going to need money. And if you get a generator, you're going to need gasoline.
Yes.
And the gas stations don't take crypto.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to have to keep it a buck with you. All right. Now, this is what you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, because I do this. When it comes to this thing called investing, there's really like 2 main things. One is called cash or income investing. This also produces a dividend. It's kind of like real estate rental properties. You get money coming in every month. So you can play for income, or you can play for growth. It's worth 10 today, tomorrow's worth 100. Okay. So it's an income side to this thing, and there's a growth side to this thing. Now, remember this, Ju? Let me blow this up. Remember this? They wanted me years ago to get back in carrot bars, and right? This thing is worth $0.000. Okay, 0.000394. But its all-time high is 13 cents. Now, here, I'm not knocking this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna show you how to get rich. And you got to have the proper viewpoint of this stuff, man. All right. So if you take $1,000 times today's price, which is less than a penny, you would get 2 million coins. If you take these 2 million coins times 13 cents, because that's carrot bars high, 13 cents. If it just got up to 13 cents, you would make damn near $330,000. This is explosive growth, ladies and gentlemen. This is about growth. Crypto ain't about income. It's about growth. It's a growth opportunity. So I don't knock it. You have to understand what it is, though. Okay? So ain't nobody getting paid in crypto pretty much every month to go pay their bills every month with crypto. I'm not seeing that where I'm at. Okay? Just gonna be honest with you. All right. But it's an explosive growth opportunity. My young mentor, I say it all the time. He was a certain coin that he bought in. He spent maybe like, I forget what was it? He spent like 8,000. Yeah, about 8,000. And it turned into $500,000 for him. It's explosive growth. It's less than a penny. It's damn near like taking a penny and dividing it up into 100 pieces, and then you get a piece of a penny. That's how much it costs right now. So it has explosive growth potential. And that's how you gotta that's how, in my opinion, and this is opinion, this is not investment advice at all. This is just my opinion. In my opinion, that's how it should be viewed. Okay. So moving on really quickly, here's some of the real estate that I have. I sold some things. This last one at the bottom, that's currently for sale right now. Shout out to my man Van, because see, in our memberships, what we do is I actually go get property and we do things together, and we're selling that fourplex because we're going into something that's very magnificent. But guess what? This real estate gave us income and it gave us growth. That apartment building, we bought that thing for $85,000, and today we're selling it for what we got it on the market at? $289. We got it on the market. I'm sorry, $189. Yeah, we got it on the market at $189 right now. So we stand to look like we'd make over $100,000 on that. So we get the appreciation, the growth, and we got cash flow for the few years that we own the property. Okay, so this is the stuff that we need to start looking at. And I'm not going to even play this whole thing, but just to show you, I got 3 people that's here that can verify that they in this thing and they winning. And just to give you a piece.
No, what your situation was and why you did it.
Okay, so exactly like you laid it out. I don't want to replay it, but I was no longer working at that organization, so I wasn't contributing. And we were doing the numbers. You just kind of you helped me with the math. And it made sense. And I think it's a big part of what you said. It's about love and it's about relationship and it's about the longer vision, because you did explain that essentially bringing me in, you showed me how that positioned you out and moved me in, but then set us up for, different plays. And I think when we got next door, that was pretty cool.
I'm just going to stop it right there, because you hear her say when we got next door, where we at right here?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry. So when you hear her say we got next door and whatnot, that's true. Okay. And so we actually got 2 properties that was directly next door to each other and whatnot, and started buying up. The goal was to buy up the block. All right. So real fast, just to show you what we working on right here. Let me blow this one up right here. This is a new build construction. One of the ones that I just got into, build it from the ground up. You can kind of see, well, wait a minute, the house next door just looks like a regular house. And if you can kind of see the brick houses behind it, yeah, we're in a neighborhood that is turning around, that's being, we call it gentrified, but hey, I love gentrification all day long as an investor. And we're coming in here putting new modern homes inside of a regular neighborhood. This house is getting so many hits, it's crazy. And we had this one done around Valentine's Day and had it staged Valentine's Day. And I'm gonna show you some video footage once we get it done. All right. Here's a house that we got on the market right now and whatnot. In fact, we're having a Christmas party this Friday coming up. I'm gonna shoot some footage over here this Friday. And again, we're absolutely creating new value where we got a house on the market right now for sale for $1.2 million right now. Okay. And show you another one. Now, this is the big baby. This is the first one that I bought into with my partner. And we call this one Big Maple and whatnot, but it appraised at $1.45 million. It's a little over 4,000 square feet, big behemoth. All that empty field way off there, they about to bulldoze that out, clear it out, and then start parceling that one off. And lots is about to become available like in the summer to the fall time of 24. So what we're doing is we're buying up everything we possibly can out here. And we're the only Black developers that's out here. Okay. And so these are the kind of moves that we're making and the kind of moves that I like to present to you because it's just important, man. All right. So the question should be is, should we invest our income tax money? Right? I say absolutely. And, find something to do. Get creative, man. And I'm open for the conversation. I want to show you how to do it for yourself. If you don't have enough of you, how can you come together with some family members and how you structure an LLC so y'all can do it together? I'm all for it. All right. But do something great. Now, you want to see what white people do? The guy on the left is Jack Welch, the former CEO for General Electric. The guy on the right is Steve Schwarzman. Okay. And this is Steve. And you read the top sentence. It said, I called my old friend Jack Welch, now CEO of General Electric. And this is Jack talking. You guys don't know what you're doing, do you? Jack said. No, I said, but it's us. We're the same. Yeah. I love you guys. Listen, I'll give you $35 million. Why? Because you are great. Both of you. That way you can use the GE name to help get some other people. Ju, he signed off. They didn't even know how. This was Steve raising his first fund, right? To do some, to do a new business. They had already, Steve and his partner already knew Jack, but Jack like, y'all don't know what y'all doing, do y'all? He's like, nah, man, but it's us. And Jack was like, hey, man, I love you guys. You guys gonna be great. I got you for 35 M's.
That's right.
And we sitting up here as black folks. Hell no, I ain't giving that nigga $500. No, I can't trust niggas. And I understand that. But I'm telling you right now, me and Ju, we ain't that. I'm telling you, I can go testimonials, man. I can tell you how many paychecks I cut every month dealing with this real estate thing with families that came from the community, right? And so I've been a little low key in the backdrop, just getting to that aspect. But I really want to share this opportunity with y'all. It's really, 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 really great. All right. And I'm gonna wrap this up with this. On Patreon, this is how busy we are. Every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. we're getting together. And actually on Thursday, next Thursday, we having an 8 p.m. show and tell your business. Listen, if you got something to share, you got business, you got an idea, some networking, listen, let's create a place of commerce where we can really get it. Okay, again, I put people in real estate deals. I want to expand that, but I want you to be able to share your business so we can at least get it. All right. And so we get busy every Sunday and Wednesday by studying this particular book right here. And then some other things that we're studying. And then every single day on the far right, every day, every morning before the sun comes up, I send out a daily teaching every single morning. Law of attraction, get your mind right. We shouldn't be talking about bunkers and generators and seeing it. You're basically seeing yourself homeless in the future is what you're doing. No. Every morning I send this out and I say this as well. Let me come over here. I say this as well. On Mondays, I also do a Monday morning video. You got some people that's here. The fifth house, she's in there, right? They tell you Monday morning I make a video. And my Monday morning videos is, hey, happy Monday. What you doing? Last week, my goal was to create a new website for the real estate. That's there. This week, I'm having a meeting with my partner on Wednesday, which was today. And that's my main thing this week because we got to go over the financial numbers and whatnot. And that was absolutely taken care of today. So every Monday morning, there's a Monday video of accountability. Comment below. What did you accomplish last week? What are you going to get done this week? Every single morning, there's daily inspiration going out. And then we meet on Sundays and Wednesdays, so we can get our mind right and focus on the practical application of increasing our abundance. And I'll close with this, okay? If you are going to face World War III, you're going to need resources. You got to buy the land. The county still want cash. They don't want crypto. You're going to have to buy the fuel. You just go, everything that you're going to have to sustain yourself is going to take cash money. Guess what? When you go buy crypto, what you buying it with? Cash. Okay? What a coincidence. Cash. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking it. I'm telling you to understand it in its proper perspective. In my opinion, it's a growth method, like I said earlier, because if I get so much crypto and my government doesn't use that as the main form of currency, and then when it gets so much, then I can cash it back out in this currency, and then I can go ahead and make more moves. Now, if I got so much, and then my government converts to this currency, then I'm rich. But how do you get so much? Cash. You ain't gonna get around it. Absolutely close with this, I promise. I noticed a long time ago that most people who was pumping crypto, their financial well-being, their credit sucked, and they hate the dollar, and they're broke, and it is a means to escape because they really believe that America is going to collapse, and so it became the new fad, okay? And it's like, but you need the cash to buy it. So why not become very proficient in the cash that you need to buy it, and it is the main currency of your environment, of your economy. So we're not going to get around this. And the way that we can get around it is by learning it. So hit me up on the Patreon and listen, my Patreon is only $15 a month and I'm giving out game. All right. All right. And my brother going to take y'all. Don't take it personal. It's strictly because nobody loves mind science than this fella here. I promise you. Typical Gemini. Nobody loves the power of the mind more than this guy. Okay, so when you see you going astray, we're gonna have to pull out the belt like Umar. We'll pull out the belt and spank you. All right, man. Be easy on him, bro.
Let me see though. Hold him up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta check something right quick. It do this from time to time. All right, Ju, and then let's go back here, and then let's see what happened. I'm gonna share the screen, Ju. Boom, boom. All righty. You can see my screen, people. I don't know. No, but can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just taking myself off, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. So listen, Anpu set the stage, man. So I got a text message early this morning, maybe about 5:30 from Anpu. And it was concerning this movie that's out called Leave the World Behind, right? And in this movie, I haven't watched it and I'm not going to watch it. But I kind of researched the premise of it. And it's basically a doomsday movie where there's a cyber attack, the grid is down, the electricity's off, New York City's being bombarded and attacked. All of these things are taking place, right? And so I started to get wind of people having this conversation around this topic and like, hey, man, this is really going to happen, or this really might happen, or what are we going to do when it happens? And I said to myself, I said, nah, Ju, no. Been seeing this time and time again. And I thought we had put it behind us, but I wanted to really nail this thing down moving forward on why we shouldn't really give too much time and attention to these things. And if you can see here, I kind of remixed the flyer, right? Because this was the original flyer, looked something like this, but I remixed it. And you can see here, I put, at the very top, Jesus, divination, ancestors, occult knowledge. And my question to everybody all the time is, what happened to all your spirituality? So, you got all these people out here talking a whole bunch of stuff, man. People's psychics, people's manifestors, people are, decoders, people. It's a whole lot of people talking a whole lot of stuff, right? My question to y'all is this. The moment, I say it all the time, the moment they cut the CERN machine on, the moment a movie come out, right? Every time this type of information seems to surface, then all of a sudden, all your spirituality goes out the window. So what happened to Jesus? Huh? What happened to all your divination? What happened to your ancestors that you leave the food out on the altar for? Huh? What about them? They ain't got no Jew. So as I say, the big boss come and make a movie, right? Then all of a sudden you forgot about all that occult knowledge that you've been listening to. And see, I'm gonna tell you where the problem lies in that. And it's in the mystery of the Christ turning water into wine. That's a lot of you out there are falling into that state where all you want to do is go to YouTube, go to social media, right? Gather in all of this information and don't never put none of it to use. You just going from video to video. Oh, I love her, or I love him, or that's so deep, or I'm so intrigued. And you got all these wild theories. The sky is made out of monatomic silver, and the Galactic Federation is coming in, and it's a conspiracy of you know, who's running the world is no, it's really these people, but it's a secret group behind the secret group that's behind the secret group, right? And then we got all these subsections of all these different conspiracies running around. And I say it all the time, man, scripture put it to you like this, man, it is unprofitable. But see, I know what it is. It's entertaining to y'all. That's all it is. It's like cutting on your TV show at nighttime, catching your favorite Chicago PD or, FBI series or what. It's entertainment. It is information that became entertainment to y'all. It ain't about actually the rubber meeting the road and you actually having to get a result from something. It's just, oh man, who's coming on today to talk to me about a way out concept or a way out idea? Well, I can sit around and say, wow, how deep was that, Ju? But see, when you come over in here, we ain't about that. We ain't about that. You come over here, man, let me tell you something. You got something to do. You got something to put into practice. And let me tell you something, man. It's a lot of people, they say I'm bragging or, why am I so enthusiastic? You know why? Because I know it's salvation in this, man. That's why. That's why. Because see, I know people going through it, right? I know it. And so I'm very enthusiastic, very passionate about this message because I know if you stop what you're doing and tune all the way into this message and do it, I promise you your life gonna change. I done seen it time and time again. Right? So when we gonna leave these doomsday prophecies behind? In select theaters, it's never coming to the big screen. Never, ever. That's how you have to think. And we're gonna get into it tonight, though. So the very first thing that I want to show y'all is this. And here's the thing, right? You have to start asking yourselves these questions when these people be talking, right? Please learn how to get out of identity politics because somebody say something that you like or they've been through an experiences that you've been through. Then all of a sudden, because you attached yourself to that emotional part of the conversation that identifies with your reality at some point in your life, now all of a sudden you've fallen under spell to whatever they're saying, and you're not even really logically processing the information that's being passed along to you just because you identify with a previous something that they said that identify with what you might have going on in your personal experience. Y'all understand that? You have to be mindful of this. You got to learn how to compartmentalize data, right? So I always tell people, listen. Can you prove any of this stuff you saying? Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I done seen people make predictions talking about gas gonna be $8 and $9 by the fall. Gas gonna be $8 and $9 by the summer. Gas gonna be $8 and $9 by the spring. The economy's gonna collapse. Your religion not gonna be able to save you. I done seen people talk that type of talk. Only for what to happen, Ju? The spring passed, Ju. The gas still low. Fall came, Ju. Summer came, Ju. Whole year done passed. Whole year done passed. Prophecy ain't never came to fulfillment. And then people got these blind followers who follow behind them to some, yeah, that's deep. Yeah, we need to do. Yeah. And it's like they never remember, this person said this was gonna happen. And they supposed to be all on this high horse of knowledge and wisdom. And it don't never come to pass. And nobody ever goes back to question and say, wait a minute, man. Didn't you say, according to whatever system you're using, because everybody got their own immaculate systems, right? But then it don't never show up on the timeline that you say it's supposed to show up, or it don't never show up at all. And then it's always a fear campaign mixed with the prophecy. So yeah, it's doom and gloom, but come buy this from me to save you from the doom and gloom. So you got people peddling to you what appears to be intelligence, cloaked in a garment of fear, right? Go hit the buy now button on this product. And even though there's going to be bombs over Baghdad, this is going to save you from it all. So listen. Start making these people prove it. And I ain't talking about because they got good rhetoric. I ain't talking about because they got outstanding charisma. I ain't talking about none of that. Show me the receipts, man, from the evidence of your work. Not what happened 2,000 years ago. Not what happened 1,000 years ago. Show me the fruits of your labor. Show me, as scripture says, you judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. Right? So we got to prove it, Ju. So this is science news. Quantum theory demonstrated. Observation affects reality. This ain't Minister Ju walking around with no philosophy. This ain't me trying to sell you on no mystery system type of thing or no, none of that. We talking February 27, 1998, a real date and time down here on planet Earth at a place called the Weizmann Institute of Science. Okay? Right? And so let's read a little further, Ju. In a study reported in February 26 issue of Nature, volume 391, pages 871 through 874, there goes some more verifiable information. You ain't got to rely on me being this fancy wordsmith to give you a whole bunch of fugazi prophecies. Research at the Weizmann Institute of Science have now conducted a highly controlled experiment demonstrating how a beam of electrons is affected by the act of being observed. The experiment revealed that now listen to this, y'all. The experiment revealed that the greater the amount of watching, the greater the observer's influence on what actually takes place. So now guess what happened? Everybody go run out to go watch the Netflix joint. I don't even want to call it by name. Everybody go run out to watch this joint came out last week, making all of these amazing observations, millions and millions and millions of people. You scared. I heard somebody say, Obama and his wife helped produce the movie. So then that adds another element of power and, you know, influence. And yeah, it's the government. And yeah, but hold on. What happened to Ogun? Huh? What happened to Yemaya? Huh? What happened to Enki? What happened to Heru? What happened to Buddha? What happened to Jesus? What happened to your ancestors? See, it's pump and pageantry going on around here, Ju. Y'all can't fool me. And this be the reason me and Anpu be riding solo. Because everybody that's in the inner circle that know us know we gonna come through and empty the clip. They know that. They know that. And they know you ain't gonna be able to hide behind no rocks. You ain't gonna be able to do it. And so the game stops. The game stops. And then everybody's looking, they saying, well, wait a minute. Them guys over there got a whole bunch of receipts. Them guys over there, they got thousands of people that can come and say, no, this happened. Here go the documentation. Here go the receipts. Yeah, I got a $800,000 contract from the state of Illinois. Yeah. Yeah, I no longer have anemia. Yeah, went to the doctors, checked out. I no longer have it. After they told me that I only had 9 months to live. Yeah, checked out. Yeah, the court case got reversed. Yeah, we got plenty of receipts. So then it becomes, wait a minute, man. Wait. So then let's look, Ju. Let's look, Ju. So here's a movie. Nothing spreads fear. Nothing spreads like fear. Oh, no, it don't. And see, everybody, see, don't be, these people ain't stupid. People know what they're doing. They know they're going to fear you into buying something. Scare the hell out of you into buying something. But it was the movie Contagion, and there's a whole other bunch of movies that came out before the virus hit, right? But I want to show y'all. And see, this is why it's important too. Because see, then I have to go in and create countercurrents, right? For people who are watching these things and then start to spread it word of mouth. Then everybody starts to talk about it, putting more observation on it, right? Now we got to run interference patterns for people who I don't even know, right? Because I don't want to get caught up in a scenario where I have to be dealing with people in bunkers, with generators, trying to haul gas 4 miles, living in there, got to come in your house. Listen, people, listen. And we get giddy about it. People get all excited and they be talking and they damn near happy about it. They're enthusiastic about the conversation. Let me tell y'all something. Do y'all understand what you're doing? Just stop for a minute and process this. Just the people in the chat, by a show of hands. Who wants to be in their home in the summer or in the fall or in the winter or in the spring with no electricity for months, walking around with candles? Nobody wants to do that. Who wants to be living in a camper or a bunker with a generator going? Oh, because remember, if there's no electricity, the refrigerator don't work. So guess what? You're going to be eating out of canned goods. Who wants that? Just for the sake to feel like you're on the inside of the know? Process that for a minute. And this also tells me something else. Everybody's watching information on knowledge and mind science and manifestation and all of these things. But this alarms me, and it lets me into the psychology of the native. You really don't value what you say you value in what it is that you watch. You don't value the power of thought as much as you think you do. Because if you did, you wouldn't be running around here holding that type of baggage in your mental reservoir to lend energy to potentially produce it. So you really don't think thoughts create reality. You really don't think observation create in your fiber of your being, you do not believe that. Yet I can show you science, case study, over and over and over again until I'm blue in the face, and you still walk away from it and give very little mental currency or value to it. So let me show y'all what happens. It was from a book called The End of Days by Sylvia Brown, another doomsday, end of the world prophetic person. This is what was in the book. Now listen now, this is like 2008. I think maybe this book was written, but here we go. In around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived. Attack again 10 years later and then disappear completely. Now listen, people. Now I didn't show y'all this. multiple times. I just had a 21-day journaling challenge. See, this what y'all, this the part that y'all don't understand. See, y'all think just the good stuff happens from using these principles. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. These principles are neutral in their nature. It can be on any side of the spectrum to whatever varying degree. So the moment somebody puts ink to paper and people start reading this, and listen, man, this is the detriment of not knowing how you're made. This is the problem. This is why I go to extreme lengths to show you how you're made so that you never forget this. Why, Ju? Why, Ju? Why? So you know that little structure that I always talk about? Little structure in Olympic brain called the hippocampus, right? Oh, and oh boy, maybe 2 shows down the line, because see, I wasn't even going to talk about this tonight. I had a whole nother broadcast prepared for y'all tonight. But when this came in, I knocked that out the way. Say we're going to cover this tonight. So I got about 2 shows loaded, cocked, ready to go. And I'm going to tell y'all something. We're going to talk about the breath and about the spirit. Oh, y'all don't remember when they said that Christ came in and breathed on the apostles and the spirit of God entered them? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna show y'all the connection to the spirit in this hippocampus. Oh, and it's encoded in that Old Testament too. But see that little structure down there in that limbic brain? It has a direct line of communication from the limbic system all the way up to the frontal lobes that connects to the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, ladies and gentlemen. What happens, Ju? So when we imagining and we visualizing and we watching these movies, because those movies are motion pictures that you are processing in your brain, the action potential starts to come online. See, everybody's under a subtle suggestion. I can show this scientifically too. It's called the softer voices in your head. I got about 6 or 7 case studies on that. And so the moment we start to encode these images, people start to jump into role. People start to jump into position, whether beneficial or detrimental. Whoever got to jump in that role to play that part, gonna play that part. Right? So here's another example of this. Oh, why we shouldn't be walking around here watching these movies and then getting all over social media and broadcasting it. Let me tell you something. Oh, yeah, it was an episode on The Simpsons. Well, guess what happened? It was a virus outbreak on the boat. They had to stop all the services on the cruise ship on the boat because of this viral outbreak on the boat. What's going on, Ju? Oh, observation affects reality. And what did they say? The more people that view it, the more impact they have on the reality. So now The Simpsons been running for what, over 25 years? You know how many millions and 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 millions of people have made these observations off these episodes? Huh? Or maybe, y'all remember the movie Space Jams? 1996, Michael Jordan. Guess what happened? I'm gonna show you how detailed. Let me tell you something about this law. It is the most precise mathematical equation going. So let me tell y'all something. See, y'all think y'all watch these videos, right? And these guys be on here talking about some, yeah, the gematria is 1212, and the name is coming out to 245, and this is coming out to 245. Let me tell y'all something, man. What you're looking at and what they're looking at is the natural law of the code that is embedded in the entire cosmos. And when you see the pattern, and this is how the conspiracy brain works. Our brains are trained to find patterns, but sometimes we go into overload, and then we start to find patterns that don't necessarily meld with one another, but because it resembles the pattern, we take it and we run with it. So then when you see something where the code is being presented to you numerically, right? Your mind instantly goes and says, it's the Illuminati. It's the Bilderbergers. It's the DuPonts. It's the whoever is in control that day. Right? And so then you start to make these connections where there really are none. They say, oh, they planned it the whole time. Let me tell you something, man. And I understand why it would be scary to a person when they hear this, because it now becomes, wait a minute. This thing is so precise in its activity. Then when you start to peel the curtain back and get behind the veil, you start to listen. Let me watch this. Physicists, right? When they're coming up with their theories, they have to write these long equations out, right? It'd be, and what do they tell you? When you listen, because see, I watch these documentaries on quantum physics, quantum mechanics. What do they tell you? They say the math is beautiful. And they say it always has to be right and exact on each side of the equation. There can be no inconsistencies in the formula. This is the mind of God, people. And if you know how to see the code, you then can become part and parcel and become a coder. See, it's one thing to be a decoder. You're looking at the pattern and you say, okay, I recognize that, and okay, I recognize that. But take it a step further and start to plug in where you now become a coder and not just a decoder. And that's what we specialize in. People come over here, we say, oh, this is how you become a coder, bro. You learn how to code, right? Because see, you can plug in to a source that's already got the juice. Huh? So here, what do you see? In the movie Space Jam, 1996, what happened? The NBA suspended play due to a virus, and it started in California. They were the first to play without fans in the movie. But guess what happened? Guess what happened in quote unquote real life? NBA suspends season due to the coronavirus. And guess who's the first team to announce that they were suspending games and not having any fans in the arenas? You guessed it. The California team, the Golden State Warriors. See, listen, man. We have to be wiser. We have to be wiser. And I could say this message 10 or 20, 50, 60, 100 times, man, and people still get away from it and they forget. What's that one verse in scripture? It's like a man who looks in the mirror and sees his face and all of a sudden turns around and forget how he looked. That's in scripture. That's you. That if you look in the mirror, yeah. As soon as you get out the mirror, you forget it. You forget your whole appearance. They're talking about a state of mind. You can't hold the information long enough where it takes root because you all over the place. You all over the place. Right? So let's look, Ju. Some seeds take longer to develop, right? Some seeds can be inactive for months or even years until the proper environmental cues are activated. It's called quiescence. In the kingdom of planting seeds. So some of these things take longer to develop, some not so long. Just depends on all of the moving parts in play, right? But what do they say? The three things that activate this inactive state are water, which equates to what in the human experience? Emotion, temperature, right? Visualization. Are you warming up to the idea? Can you see yourself with it? Are you getting excited by doing the visual work? That's the temperature check. And the oxygen, which is what come out of your mouth. So half the time, the visual part been done for you. Why? Because they're making all these movies, right? Then here come the people with the emotional jargon and the spoken word connected to it, and all of a sudden, oh, this is going to happen next year, or this is going to happen 15 years now, or this is going to happen 20 years, not knowing that you, listen, man, y'all really be accessories to the crime. And here's the most tricky part to all of this. When the manifestation occurs from the doomsday prophecy that you've been consistently repeating, watching, socialing, all of these things, when it finally show up, and this is all because you don't know how you made, it only reaffirms in your psychology that which you were projecting. So then you walk around and say, I told you so. Oh, that's dangerous. See, I told you. Not knowing that you were co-creating the environment for the situation to occur the whole time. And then out of your ignorance, walk around and say, see, I told you it wasn't a conspiracy. Man, you helped weave it so that it wouldn't be one. Right? So here's Acts 16 through 18, right? We'll read this. As we were going to the place of prayer, keep that in mind, we were met by a slave girl who had a spirit of divination and brought her owners much gain by fortune telling. She followed Paul and us, crying out, these men are servants of the Most High who proclaim to be the way of salvation. And this she kept doing for many days. And Paul, having become greatly annoyed, turned and said to the spirit, I command you in the name of Jesus Christ to come out of her. And it came out that very hour. Now listen. Let me give you the wisdom in this. Because see, I showed you the book by the lady who prophesied 2020, and sure enough, it happened. Right? So they didn't say in this verse that this lady was lying, right? They didn't say she was lying. She said these men are servants of the Most High who proclaim to be the way of salvation. She didn't tell not one quote unquote lie. But see, let me tell you something. Let me give you the wisdom in this. There was another force called Christ. Now listen, anybody that's new to my channel, please understand, I don't take none of this literal as far as persons that existed. These are states of the mind. So Christ represents the state that can either create or and destroy, which is in the name Yeshua, which is just like Yahweh, but they added the S, which is the shin, which is fire and tooth. And we all know that what? With a tooth we chew and we break down things. It doesn't always have to stay via the same composition that it did when it entered our mouths. Fire is also another purifier that can take properties and remold it and reshape it into another vessel. So what were they trying to tell you through the name Yeshua? They were saying that through this particular state, you don't have to go through every single particular experience. You can augment it. Okay? So it wasn't that she was lying, but Paul was saying, look. No. there's a superior force, right, that can go beyond what even you are projecting. And so that's the nature in which you have to get closer to. So yeah, you might pull out your cards and your reading and it might say, yeah, it might be this. Or yeah, you might go look at your system and it say, yeah, it might be this. But then it's saying, but listen though, even though that may be in the wave, now ask yourself a question. Do you want to experience it? Now you just put yourself back in the driver's seat. Now you just put yourself back in the driver's seat. And now you can say, because you don't want to walk around with candles in your house, you don't want to try to be fighting people at the gas station for the last goddamn gallon of gas. Huh? You don't want to have to be eating out of canned goods. You don't want that. You don't want that. You know you don't want that. And then you will make up in your mind all these excuses, right, about why it's necessary. No, man, listen, man, we're going to change the timeline. See, everybody be talking quantum jumping, right? Be seeing videos with that. Change the timeline. You know, and here come everybody to my dimensions. This dimension is affecting this dimension. And what's happening on the 50th dimension? We got all of that's why I said in the beginning, what happened to all your spirituality? Everybody doing dimension and timeline shifting and da-da-da-da-da. But the minute the big boss come through and say, through a movie, it's a blackout, the power going out, there's gonna be an invasion of the land. Everybody folds and cowers right on up and get into a fetal position and get to telling you how you need to get by to barely survive. I ain't having that shit on my watch. Sorry, not sorry. Right? So I'm charging folks out there talking like that. I'm charging them tonight. And remember what I said? These are simply states of consciousness. And so you are, if I'm charging you with this, this means that you are simply playing this state. So I'm charging people with the violation of 1 Kings section 18 and 21 of the Universal Code. Yep, I'm saying it again. I'm charging you with the violation of 1 Kings section 18 and 21 of the Universal Code. And this is what's in the code. It says, how long will you go limping between two different opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. 1 Kings 18 and 21. I'm charging you with violation of this section of the code. Why? Because on one hand, it's the ancestors. It's the universe, brother. It's the triple black goddess, brother. It's the black man is God, brother. It's the Galactic Federation, brother. It's Buddha, brother. It's Mayat, brother. It's Yemaya, Oshun, Shango, and the whole gang of the Orishas, brother. That's on one hand. Then on the other hand, is, oh my God, they're cutting on the CERN machine. Oh my God, they sending a signal through all the cell phones today. And the alert is going off at 1 o'clock. And do we need to cut our phones off? Because there's going to be a mind control. And they're going to send a signal through the cell phone, Jew. Or it's the Mandela effect. They're wiping all our memories clean. We can't remember nothing for the last 20 years, Jew. Or it's about to be a cyber attack. They about to cut all the lights out, Jew. We need to go down in our bunkers. I'm charging you with a violation of 1 Kings section 1821 of the Universal Code because I'm asking you a question. How long will you go wavering between two opinions? How long are you going to do it? I just want to know. How long are you going to do it? How are you gonna do it? Listen, man. Either you rolling with side A of the tape or you want to play side B of the tape. Now it's okay. Whatever side you want to be on, fine. Go ahead and be on that side. But I'm asking you because see, we have these strangely mixed narratives. When ain't nothing going on, The big boss ain't got nothing going on. He ain't putting no material out. Everybody is ancestor crazy, offerings crazy, the gods crazy, the goddess is crazy. Everybody, we crazy in love with the gods. We crazy in love with our ancestors. We crazy. As soon as the big boss come and put a production out, man, them people go to hell. So I just want to know. I'm just asking a question. So I'm asking you, choose this day who you going to serve, people. Who you going to serve? Who you going to serve? Right? Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. I'm charging you with violation of Micah section 710 of the Universal Code. Yep. Charge you. I'm charging you. Because they wanted to know in this verse, Micah 7 and 10, where is your God at now? I'm charging you. You are violating the Universal Code. Here's the origin. The slightly altered version of the phrase appears in verse 7 and 10 of the book of Micah, the Old Testament. Here we go. Then my enemy will see, and shame will cover her who said to me, where is the Lord your God? My eyes will look upon her. Now she will be trampled down like the mire of the streets. The phrase, where is the Lord your God, is generally interpreted as the enemy, luring the city of Jerusalem into questioning its faith in Jehovah when Jehovah did not aid the city as it was attacked by the Chaldeans. So they wanted to know in that verse, listen, man, listen, where's your God at now? Huh? Where he at? Where was the ocean goddess when your quote unquote ancestors was on the boats? How come wasn't no storm to knock the captures off the boat? Where was the wind god that could have turned? No, man. Where was the wind god that could have turned the boat the other way? Huh? When the slaves decided they finally gonna take over the boat on one of them boats, and they didn't even know the directions of east and west.
The Amistad.
Say it again.
The Amistad.
They took the boat over and had captive of the boat and didn't even know the direction of east and west.
That's right. And got tricked.
Listen, man. Now listen, man. Listen. I'm cut from a different cloth, people. I'm not one of them. I'm not falling in line just because it sounds good and everybody is Ashan. That's not Minister Ju. I don't try to be. I don't proclaim that, not at all. Because see, when I look at this science and I look at how these quarks is popping in and out of empty space, and then it's telling me in these studies that these quarks are borrowing energy from the future, then the veneration is backwards, people. It's backwards. And I'm sorry, man. Like, if it hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. But man, somebody got to say it to you. Somebody got to say it to you, man. Right? And so these people didn't even know the difference between East and West. Then all of a sudden, somebody passed away in the family, right? And then you be talking about the ancestors is protecting us, looking over us, they got us. Listen, man, I want to know this question too. Somebody who didn't know nothing about nothing while they was here. They didn't have a clue about no spiritual nothing, right? All of a sudden they make transition. Then all of a sudden they've been granted this magical dose of wisdom where they know how to manipulate matter from the other side of the veil. But while they were on this side of the veil, they showed no such activities. Now all of a sudden they Bruce Leroy. How? And then if you're going to tell me how, that means you are saying that some other force somewhere has bestowed a different amount of wisdom. So that means it's something outside of the ancestors then. So then what are we really talking about? See, I remember in scripture, Noble to Christ, they told the Christ, man, this is a hard teaching. Who can follow this? That's what they said to the Christ. This is a hard teaching, man. We can't follow this, man. Joe, what the hell are you talking about? Man, you're taking away all of our pacifiers, Joe. You're taking away all our statues, Jew. You're telling me don't pray to statues, Jew. You're telling me to take my cross and my unks off, Jew. This is hard, man. Right? But boy, I'm going to tell you, man, it's the greatest liberation you'll ever go through when you understand you the source, man. And so let me tell you why the wind god didn't come through. The ocean god didn't come through. I'm going to tell you why. Because somebody else, the people who orchestrated the events, had a stronger current mentally of what it is they wanted to do. Because see, the scripture will tell you, when you really understand these states, there is no respecter of person. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. If you're using these laws, whether knowing or unknowingly, whoever is the most passionate, whoever has the strongest desire, they're going to win out every single time.
There goes melanin.
Thank you. Thank you. So we want to hold on to all these pacifiers. Well, the white man ain't got no melanin. The white man is a caveman. And the black man is God. And the black man is this. Meanwhile, I tell you what. Go to the socket, stick your finger in the socket, and tell me do the melanin cut the electricity back on. Tell me do it. See, I'm just gonna tell you the raw truth, man. I'm not hiding or sugarcoating nothing. I ain't doing it, man. It's too much work behind me and definitely in front of me to do that. So look, scripture tells us in 1 Thessalonians 5:21, it says, continually to test and prove all things. Keep holding firm to the good and what proves worthy. See, let me tell you something, man. That's why I asked earlier on my Instagram. I said, man, how come y'all don't never test these people? How come you never come back and ask these people to prove it? How come every time they had these prophecies and it never happened? How come y'all don't never go back and say, man, no, that didn't happen. Nah. But scripture tell you supposed to prove all things, right? So when they telling you all of these elaborate stories, let me tell y'all what I like to call it. It's called sci-fi consciousness. It's sci-fi consciousness. And I hope more people get like you. I hope people start showing y'all case studies. I hope people start showing you the neuroscience. I hope they do. I ain't trying to be the only one. I hope more people do, so it become a well understood phenomenon. But I'm telling you to make them prove it, man. Before you go spreading it, see, because you can come back to this video and you can go research the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. You come back and research the hippocampus. You can go back and look at the case study with the doctors involved and go back and read it for yourself. When you come over here, you could do that. Right? And so this is what it looked like. I'll tell you what it looked like. That's what it looked like, Jew. This is what it looked like. See, my man Robert Butler Bay hit me up earlier today. Shout out to the Butler, man. What's good? 11:53 this morning. Say the wishing well continues. Thank you, with gratitude. And see, here go more receipts, people. Yep. Out in Broadview, Illinois, 60155. Shout out to Robert Butler Bay. Equity Industrial Supplies, Inc. Sweet A. We've been there before. Me and Noble been there before to get a video testimony from this brother. He's continuing to do well. He just get another City of Chicago blanket release form. They about to send that man $49,856. Huh? And I'm supposed to tell him to go get a bunker? Nah, man. Nah. I refuse. I refuse. And so listen, I see 104 people in here. And let me tell y'all something about numbers. Let me tell y'all something. I don't get fooled by you got some people, oh man, 4,000-5,000 people in the chat. Let me tell you something. I'm appreciative for the 100 people I got in here because I'm gonna tell you something. I know better. I know the difference between quantity and quality.
Mm-hmm.
I know the difference, man. I know what's going on here in these streets, man. This is where the real take place, right over here. And so it ain't never a whole bunch of people. Most people just want to be the water and they don't want to be the wine. They don't want to see what's the mystery behind that allegory, Ju? And why did they do it at a wedding, Minister Ju? Why was his first miracle at a wedding? The merger of the conscious and the subconscious mind, people. Huh? People don't want to go through the transformation. They just want information. They just want information. Information is called, listen, junk DNA, I'm calling it out. Junk information. Junk. Scrap metals. Masquerading as premium gas. I'm telling you, man. So listen, y'all know where to find me. Y'all know the website. The link probably the link is in the description box below. Y'all want to come in and get to it, man? You know how many people that came in the last 2 weeks telling me, Ju, man, I'm here. I was a Christian for 20, 30 years. I've been getting that a lot lately, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Ju, I was a Christian. I just knew something was something more. And in one video, I watched one video, Ju, and you changed everything about what I knew. And I knew it was some more. And just watching one video. Let me tell you something. These words are charged with spirit. I'm telling, I know it. Because every time somebody come and say, man, Ju, I watched that same video 6 times. And so I'm fulfilling scripture because I know what it say, Noble. It won't be a thirst for bread and water, is what it say, but a thirst for the hearing of the word of God. Mm-hmm. That's what it say. So, man, look, let me close it down. Let me close it down. Let me go like this here. All right. So that's what we doing. Listen, man, make your priority going into 2024. And shout out to Gwen for hitting me up earlier, man. She said something profound on the call today, man. Can you just practice going day to day, prioritizing your mind, prioritizing the thoughts that coming in and out of it? Can you just stop and reflect for a moment and notice when you're going off track? Can you do that? Can you be conscientious enough to do that? See, I'm gonna tell you, man, Noble, he be laughing at me, but he know I tell him, I say every night I send my girl out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending my girl, and I'm talking about my subconscious, I'm sending her out so that she can go and bring those into my mother's house, into the place where I will be conceived. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, man, that's all I got to say, big bro.
Church.
Say.
Church. Hey, y'all. Don't go nowhere, man. We're gonna give y'all that funky song on the outro, so y'all stay put, man. So I don't know how you want to wrap it up. You know what I mean? That's church, man. That's
yeah,
church.
man. Yeah, go play that track. Cause see, I didn't hear it on the way in.
I ain't hear it on the way in. Oh,
no,
yeah,
because my volume was down, bro.
Yeah, we'll play it on the way out for sure. But mark y'all calendars, man. March 31st, which is the end of the first quarter, spring into the money. I'll show you what to do with the income tax. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation about that. I'm gonna give you the game the way I got it. I showed you earlier how you really get in this space. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be a little bit transparent with you because today I met with my partner. We did some money. I call it money math. We're talking about $250,000 in profit that can be made on this lot, but obviously that's you buying a lot, getting it developed, and doing your thing. But the profit margins are $250,000. All right. And so this is a level up. This is something totally different in the next episode of where I'm going and what I'm sharing with people. All right. So mark your calendar. March 31st is when we really getting busy. All right. And obviously, if you got something you want to do beforehand, feel free, hit me up and whatnot. But usually with my people, we know we be like, all right, listen, stack up. Because March 31st, this is going to be the play. We going shopping. All right. And so mark that on your calendar. All right. Big church, Sharita, get the money. Get the money bag me. So yeah, I'm on Patreon. This is my name. It'll pop back up in Patreon /Noble Anpu and whatnot. And I drop my email in the chat, which is nobleanpu@gmail. So feel free, hit me up. And all that doomsday stuff, man. Somebody about to get paid, all right? And people gonna get paid. They always get paid in these cycles. I can show you some stuff from this book. Again, with Steve Schwartzman. Talking about when people get afraid at the bottom of the market, and that's the time that you really go hard. You know what I mean? But the economy is really looking great. We're setting records right now. Literally, real estate market setting records. The Dow stocks is checking. Like the two things that get people the most bread, stocks, real estate, they're both at record highs right now in today's world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are y'all talking about over here? Like, you got to learn this. But what you want to do, bro?
Oh, man. So listen, man, visit the website, theimaginationguru.com. Join the membership, man. Listen, it's me and the Anpu so entangled. Now we on the same schedule. Right.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So he be coming on when he come on Wednesdays, and I was coming on Wednesdays on YouTube. So we just worked our schedule around. So he's still on Wednesdays. I'm gonna still be on YouTube on Wednesdays. Then Sundays is the membership calls, webinars, etc., etc. So every month we do four webinars, conference calls, guided visualization. There's a whole mixture of those things going on every month. Like I told you today, my members text me, call me. We try to set up something to talk. I got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline for members too. I'm gonna get some stuff out to some people tomorrow. They've been asking for a couple techniques. And so that just comes with the territory. You know what I mean? People come in and they got something that they need done. And I try to help them out the best way I can and make a personalized PDF for them. And they go on about their business on their way. They put in the work and they come in and they come back and it's a story to tell later. So that's typically what it is, man. So you go to the website, theimaginationguru.com, click on the membership, join there. And it's plenty techniques like the brother Robert Butler Bay, Wishing Well, that's available. And a whole bunch of webinars over there previous. I'll probably take some of that stuff down. I was moving into 2024. My mind is really focused on some new stuff that I've really been having brewing for about the last 60 days. And I really want to put out some new things for 2024. So a lot of those webinars over there won't even be available. So if you're interested, I suggest you try to get them before the year is out. Because for the first quarter, I don't plan on a lot of that stuff being over there.
Indeed. You ready, Dexter? Y'all ready to party on up out of here? Y'all gotta get funky, man. You ready, bro?
Yeah, we roll out.
Oh man, here it is, man. This bad boy is a classic. Let's see what it is. Let's see if we can put it up.
It's a new priesthood in it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new priesthood in the town. That's right. And they go by the name of Minister Ju from the Chi-Town. And he got a partner by the name of Noble Anpu from Dayton, Ohio. Now this is some Midwest player shit, cause Chicago was home to Magic Don Juan, home in the pimpin', and Dayton, Ohio was home of the Ohio players. It's about to get funky. It's a new minister in Chi-Town. Come on with that Bible, man. Come on with it. And he put that Bible down. That nigga Ju be teaching his ass off, man. These niggas ain't fucking around. Nah, not at all. They teach and shake the ground. Here comes some musical history, baby. Hey, shout out to Dr. Dre for making that sound real famous, man. And salute to Snoop Dogg for saying that Long Beach in LA was inspired by Dayton, Ohio, and the Ohio players and Roger Troutman, because we gave the world this funky sound, the funky worm, coming straight out of Dayton, Ohio, the Gym City, baby. Hey, Noble Anpu, why don't you come on through with your brother Minister Ju, man? He got the Bible in his hand. He ain't preaching, he teaching.
That's right.
He got the Bible in his hand, telling the truth. Hey man, he got this thing called the positron pass. We're here to change your memory from the bad memories to the good memories, so you don't have no more trauma. Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, it's Finger Funkalicious coming on in. And we use the Bible that way, it sounds real delicious. Now listen up. I done seen Minister Ju. He be inspired by Jesus the Christ and created something called the wishing well. And you gotta understand when Christ is in you, because that's what the story say. Christ is in you. So you gotta go down to the well, and when you start doing this, money start coming in your life. Now I ain't gonna give you the precise technique. You gotta go over to theimaginationguru.com. Oh yeah, that's where you gotta go. To theimaginationguru.com.
Get on going. Get on going.
It's Finger Funkalicious signing on out. It's a new minister. Oh, we winning, baby. And we winning, sir. Ain't no more trauma. It's a new minister. Oh, we getting to the money. And we winning, sir. We call him Jupiter. It's a new big minister. Jupiter Ju, Big Ju. And we winning, sir. Produced by his partner, Noble Anpu, a.k.a. Mr. Finger Funkalicious, the Ohio player, Mr. Aquaman. And guess what, mother sucker? We out.
Yeah.
Peace.